Yes, basically a long journey, which almost have 1 year. Like I gave my first attempt in March 2024. Then overall, I have attempted two attempts of main BT exam. Then in third attempt, I got this course. Obviously, hard work is involved in it, and you have to commit yourself for achieving your goals. So it's all about practicing, commitment, and your hard work.
That's correct. That's correct. First and foremost thing is dedication and practicing. First of all, we have to understand that yes, we have to do and we have to get this desired score. So then only we can achieve our scores. So, like, how was your exam? Like, how did you feel about doing read alouds?
Okay, read aloud. Basically, speaking section is a bit easy for me. From the start, my first attempt, I also got 90 in my speaking. Then in second attempt, also I got 86 or 85. I think so. I don't exactly know. In third attempt, I also got 90 in speaking. So the reading tip is that you have to concentrate on, like you have to target your reading prior to the word you are speaking. Like if you are speaking like first I just give example like guys, it is a sincere request to do three things. Now I am reading, guys, it is a sincere, but my eyes will be one or two words ahead. Guys, it is a sincere, my eyes will be on request to do three things. So I will capture these words in advance prior to my speaking, so that will avoid some errors in my read aloud. And the other thing is fluency. In this way, you can get fluent. You can get the good pronunciation of the words. You can avoid fumbles. And these are the things you have to do in the read aloud to get good scores.
Yes, that's correct. How did you feel about your repeat sentences?
Repeat sentence needs a bit of your memory. Like I will relate repeat sentence with the write from dictation alerts separate section, but in write from dictation and repeat sentence you have to memorize the words spoken by the AI. So in both sections you have to focus more on your memory. You have to memorize it, and then you have to repeat. In repeat sentence, I think content doesn't matter, but in my exams, in my all three attempts, I think in second attempt I got some difficult sentences. That's why my scores gone down. But my first attempt and the last attempt, which I achieved the score of superior, I got a bit easy repeat sentences. Although there were almost 8 to 10 words per sentence, but that was easy to remember. I just got, I think, so two difficult sentences. But yeah, that's luck. You can say it. That's luck, but you have to practice it, and you don't have to fumble.
Yes, that's. How about your discriminate and retail lecture?
Okay, describe image. I will like to share that I didn't use any templates. I didn't use any pre-written context. I just have to target like in front of me there is an image of that my result card. In the time that in 7 to 8 seconds that was given to me for the preparation before to speak. In this time, I have to focus on 4 to 5 things. Like I have to read 2, 3 sentences about the first one, that is Pearson PT Academic Score Report. This is my target one. My second target is 84, overall score 84. My third target will be the 86, 80, 90, 84. Similarly, my fourth target will be the test center information. Like I had to target the four main targets in my IMH. Then I had to speak 2 or 3 sentences on each. And don't just go for the complicated sentences, just speak easy sentences like the image gives information about the Pearson PT academic score here. We can observe that the overall score obtained is 84 and the communication skills of this person is well good. That is 86 in listening, 80 in writing, and 90 in speaking. That comes easy when there is a image of a graph. So we can focus on the left axis, we can focus on the down axis, and then we have to target some comparisons like 2 or 3 data. So that is easy for.
Right. So how did you feel about your writing section?
Yeah, writing section the same. I would say that I didn't use any templates. The whole I focused on the spellings, grammar. So during my mock test, I used to practice a lot, and I used to write down my mistakes and try to recover them to not make it possible to repeat it. So that's the thing. You have to practice more.
Right.
And the one thing very important, as all of you know, that we have to focus on every segment of the question. Like if there's mentioned there, right, the benefits, right, the disadvantages, so you have to write both of them. If you miss any one of them, your scores will go down.
That's correct. That's correct. First of all, satisfying the question criteria is really important to crack this PT exams. So how about your reading section? Usually people will
Reading
trouble
section was
with
a tough for me. Yes, yes, reading section was very tough for me, and thank you so much for you to guide me in this reading section. And speaking section was a bit quite low for me, especially read aloud. So Dr. Anab, the guided me very good, and it's thanks to him that I got 80 scores in reading, which I wasn't expected because reading section was a bit tough for me. But I focused on few things, that is grammar, collocations. Um, from Google, on daily basis, I try to use I think so 15 to 20 collocations. I tried to memorize it. Then I have to apply it uh, in the blanks, and the same I did for the grammar section. The same I did for the other, like although I was very confused in the although, while, however. So these are few things to be targeted, like the same as apostrophes, like the one very important, that which is already plural, and the comma is after the plural s.
yes, that's correct. Yeah. So how about your listening section?
The That's the point we have the copy. Sorry.
And how was your listening section?
Listen section was too good. It's easy for me. First of all, summarize spoken text. Try to do short sentences. Do not go for the complicated sentences. You have to write down a few shortcuts, then you have to make sentences from them. I never used any template. I just wrote down the short sentences, like 3, 4, 5 word sentences, and then in the end, go for it. Proofreading, remove your spelling mistake, remove your grammar mistake, and that's why you will inshallah get a good score by doing this. Now, coming towards the fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks is a bit easy. You have to focus on the S, uh, the second form ed. Um, you have to focus on the listening. You have to carefully listen. And if you have any mistakes, sometimes a man says that during the typing, it is a bit difficult to maintain the spellings of the words. So I tried to write down, and then I was assured that yes, I'm good
That
in writing in system.
right.
Oh,
So how was
words, perhaps you have to be more focused. You should have to use any highlight and correct word. Not right from dictation, right from diction. Again, it all depends on your memory.
That's correct. That's correct. So did you use any extra words? How many extra words have you used?
No, and at this exam, Two sentences were, and I'm sure that no mistakes in them. The third one sentence, I missed few words, 2 words, I think so. And then I rechecked in my app uni. I had missed 2 words. So that's why my score are a bit low in listening.
Right.
I didn't use extra words. I think so. I have used hardly 1 or 2 words extra.
That's
So don't try to use extra words.
exactly. Um, right. So it was really nice having the experience with us, and I'm really happy that you have given your time even after doing a job. So it's a really good thing to give back to the community. So I really appreciate your effort on that. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for you to helping me.
Yeah, no issue. You're almost welcome. So let's
Thank you.
bring our second guest, who is Manaswini. Are you,
Hello.
hello,
Yes, yes. Yeah.
how are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we are able to hear you.
Okay.
So let's share the Manaswini scorecard.
Yes.
Right. So this is the Manaswini's scorecard. She got a perfect 90 in reading, which is a really great achievement. Now, even myself, I have not got 90 in reading. So I got 88. So I wanted to know about Manaswini's technique as well, how she got 90 in reading.
Okay.
So
Uh,
kindly shed some light.
okay. I'll brief about my PT journey. Uh, the thing is, I started my journey on, I think February 28th. I just had my 15 days, okay, to prepare for this exam. And I took leave from my job, and I was fully focused only on this exam. I didn't have any other, like, I was fully focused on this exam and I was preparing for this. So initially, what I did was I just tried to know more about the test, okay, regarding what are the different sections and what are the tips we can use for each sections. So in YouTube, I just searched and I just found out a video in which they explain regarding each sections of PT. So I took a book and I noted down about all the tips they're telling in that each and every section. And then I started practicing using AppUnic. And I took VIP subscription in that. And every day I used to practice all the sections. Like, because I was not aware of what it is and I didn't have any idea about it. So initially, every day I used to practice all the sections. Then I wrote a mock test. So in the mock test, I came to know that I had some weak areas and I also had some strong area. So reading was actually my strong area from the beginning itself, because I used to get the word, and when you read the sentence, that particular word, we can select, like, using some past tenses or using the structure of the sentence. I was able to select one. And other than that, what happened? Then after the contest, I got it analyzed by Mr. Ahmed sir, and he helped me to focus on my weak areas as well. And then for reading particularly, what I did was, in App Uni, you can know about the toughness of your questions. So I just selected hard questions and I started practicing only the hard questions. Then what happened in my real exam is, my real exam questions were easy for me when compared to App Uni hard questions. So if you really want to score high, means you can try practicing on hard questions in App Uni. You have lots of questions there, and even in the mock test, you can do your past test is section wise. Like only for reading you can do, only for listening you can. So if your weak point is reading, you try focusing on that particular area. Like I think App Uni is more than enough for practicing. And I didn't do any extra tips, like I didn't read extra books for this exam. And I didn't do anything else. I just practiced in this app, that's it. So that's about reading. Another thing is, you should be having proper grammar knowledge, like the verb forms and the past tense. All those things you should be knowing. And For then you should try to understand the meaning of the passage, like what it is and what it is trying to convey, whether it is describing about the like present situation of a future or past. Then you try to understand the meaning, and then if you try, I think you will get good person very. So it's like you try, but you should not waste your time within the entire passage. You should have just a glance about the passage, but not like you should not waste your time unnecessarily by reading the full passage, but see the blanks. Where is the blank? And you can just read overall and you can just try. Okay. So main thing is that you should not just read it and just don't waste your time, but you should have an overall idea about what it is and in which sense the passage is going. Then I think you will get more scores and ready.
Right. So how did you feel about your speaking section?
Speaking section, actually, I was struggling hard in my speaking section because in the initial walk itself, I scored above 70 in Apuni for all the other sections, but not for speaking sections. So, particularly for speaking, I actually tried, I put a lot of effort for my speaking section, and I was using this Apuni app only. Then, the main thing I focused was initially I was giving lot of intonation in my speech, lots of stress, and all those were like wrong method. And initially I was talking in very high rate. I'm from like southern part, so we usually have that tone, like we speak faster. So just very difficult for me to control my rate of speech. So to score good marks in speaking, you should speak slowly, naturally, clearly, with very good pronunciation. Like pronunciation should be like you should not be too fast. You should not skip the words. You should not add your own words. So for speaking, I tried very hard. I worked so hard to get this course, and I was not expecting this course also because my last mock test in Aptuni also I had only 74%, 74 in speaking. But in real exam, I didn't fumble. Like it was all clear. I didn't fumble. I didn't go too fast. I talk like very naturally. I clear. I uh, I pronounce every word very clearly. So this is how I did for speaking that.
Yes. So how did you feel about your writing?
Writing, I followed a template from YouTube, and template was actually template I used as a structure. I didn't by heart the template by myself, just to structure my idea. That's it. So then you should read the question very carefully because nowadays they're changing the question pattern. It's not like do you agree or disagree. Sometimes they'll be asking you to quote an example or share your experience. So question is very different. So you cannot just by heart the template and you can just go and write there like that. So what you should do is you can follow one template as a like basic outline structure, then read your question and then should mold her answer accordingly. So for me, for this real exam, the question was something regarding some sportsman or film stars are not having privacy in their life. Do you agree with it? And just got one example. That was a question for me. So I just quoted one example. Then I pointed out my ideas, and I just used the structure, but I was adding more ideas from my side. So it looked like it doesn't feel that I have by hearted this and I'm just writing there. But it's like I added my own points and I just made it more clear. Like you should convey your ideas properly. That in writing section. And you should not make grammar mistakes, spelling mistakes, put commas and full stops. And you should be very clear in your writing. And you should finish your writing at least 5 minutes before and you should proofread 2 or 3 times to check your mistake. You should not waste your time writing until the last minute and just submit it. Then try not to write more. Like if the word limit is 200, write till your maximum 250. Don't write loads of complex sentences and get confused and make more errors. So write it crisp and clear, but you should recheck it and then you can stop.
That's correct. So how was your listening section?
Listening section, actually, I was performing very well in my listening section in my every mocks. I was scoring around 76, 78 in my app uni mocks. But for the real exam, it was a mixture of easy, medium, and hard. It was very clear. So for my recall sentences, I got two easy questions. Then it was one medium. Then last two questions were a little bit hard. I was not able to like understand what they were telling. It was a bit hard. Then for right from dictation also, I got one hard question at the end. So that was then I think the mistake I made is I wrote some extra words in my right from dictation. But only after the exam I'm coming to know that we should not write extra words in vocabulary dictation. Actually, I was having very good listening scores in my app uni mock tests, but when the final results came, it is listening scores are less. But that's okay. Right? I tried my best. But listening actually you can get good scores. And if you're going to write exam, if anyone is preparing for exam, while listening task, you can increase the volume to higher in the real exam. There is an option to the mic, that blue color bar within the middle of the audio that you can change and you can put it to maximum so that you do not miss the words. And that is a good method so that you will not use any words and you can score well. But listening, I think is properly based on luck, how much skilled you are, but depends on the question that you are getting there. Because reading, speaking, writing, it's all like our skill. If we work hard and if we do something like so, then you can score accordingly. But listening is, I think, it's the luck factor in the PT exam. If the question is little bit easier, it can score. If they're giving mixture of hard and easy questions, means it will be difficult for you to score higher. But you can practice like that. It is also like in App University, you can practice daily. That is the only way you can improve your listening. Don't need to go for any other apps. I think I hardly practice for 15 days. Maybe first 2 days I was not practicing. Um I was learning more about the test and its subsection. Then later day, I think maybe on 10 to 12 days for the days I practiced hard for this exam. So I only use this AppTuning app. I didn't use any other app. And I just followed some YouTube channels. And then I also get my mock assessed by Mr. Ahmad. And he also told me where to improve. And likewise, I improved my score. So this is the final result of my hard work. And I would like to thank him for assisting my mocks and telling, like, actually, he gave me a little bit confidence. And then for the initial days, I was not knowing anything about PT. Then regarding EIB subscription, all those things, he helped me a lot. So this WhatsApp group is also really amazing because I think all of you guys are from this group itself. It's like helping each other with the like. It's a very good notion. Like everyone are helping each other, and that I only use the tips from the WhatsApp group and the YouTube channel and this app Dunia. I didn't use any other references, and also I think all of you can get your dessert for soon, and all the best for all of.
Right. So here the thing is that, and even Manaswini had faced some issues during her listening section. I think at repeat sentence, right? You have
Yes,
some
yes. Repeat
technical
sentence.
difficulties. So due to that thing,
Ah.
she also lost her marks in listening. Otherwise, she
Yep.
was doing very perfect.
Yes, yes. That was during that fill in the blanks, listening fill in the blanks. The audio got cut in between and I changed my system. I don't know whether it is a reason, but I don't know. But somehow that listening scores come again down. But plus that scores, the questions a little bit harder for me for listening. And compared to App Uni, listening was a little bit harder for me. Especially the last two questions. It is a mixture of easy, medium, and hard questions. So it's a luck factor, I think. You cannot predict what is going to happen in the real life.
So that's why I always say people to practice easy, medium, hard, all kinds of questions in everywhere wherever is possible. So people who follow that tip, they always understand that and follow it more properly, and then they get the desired scores. So as you can see, I usually tell people that if you have little bit of understanding about sentence formations and grammar, it is easy to crack PT within a day within a duration of 2 weeks as well. So as you can see, this person was not at all having the idea of PT, but instead they immediately understood the pattern of the PT. They started giving time to its practice, and then they immediately started improving that as well. So that is the correct way. Instead of delaying it and putting it off and delaying it yourself, that will increase more pressure and burden on you, and then you will again at the end of the day you will not perform very well. So it is better to set a target that within 15 days I have to do this, and based on that you have to give some time. If you do that thing, then only you will manage that. Okay. And if you are not doing that thing, if you are not serious about your practice, then no one can help you with that. It is at the end of the day, it is who you have to practice, and then at the end of the day, you have to go to the exam and write the exam. So everyone can give different kinds of tips. So always stick with one tutor who will guide you properly, and then based on their analysis and on their tips and tricks, follow that and get your scores. Do not go after one trainer, or do not go after another trainer. This will make you mess up in your understanding, and you will at the end of the day you will end up losing yourself. Okay. So we have one question. Abdul Alim has asked, can we practice speaking on APNE? So yes, we can do practice on APNE. The thing here is that although no platform gives accurate scoring as in the official PD exam, but the thing is here is that if you are getting 70 plus in APNE, that means you are perfect for 79 plus in real exam. If you are getting 65 plus in APNE, that means you are able to get 65 plus in real exam as well. Okay, so based on that marking criteria, know that and practice accordingly. Rest other three sections are perfectly scoring and matches directly with your main exam. If you are getting listening, reading, writing 80 plus in your APNE marks, then definitely you will get superior scores in your main exam as well, provided that you are giving the same performance. If you are getting hesitant, or if you are not losing the confidence, then you will get lesser scores in the real exam as well. So next question is from Raja. How many sentences you guys used in summarize written text? So my
I used around 55. I did use around little bit like just 5 or 6 words extra than the minimum limit, so that I can read it and I can proofread again and again and I can find out the mistake. Don't write complex sentences and don't write like if you write more, you don't think that if you write more you will get more scores. It's like how perfect you write. So if you write perfectly 50 words, it's more than enough.
That's true. That's true. That's why I usually say people to write only between 50 to 55 words. And here they have asked like sentences. How many sentences have you written?
For sentences I'm not remembering, but I think hardly 4 or 5.
Uh,
But yeah.
Hasnan, how many have you written in your sentences for summarize written text?
Yes, the same overall. Talking about the words that were around 55, and the sentences 4 to 5 sentences.
Okay, I guess this person was asking about summarize spoken text, because in summarize written text it is only one sentence. So I guess that's what they got mentioned. So here another question is that have you fumbled in read aloud or repeat sentence? That's what he is asking, Hasnan.
No.
Okay. How about you,
Not
Hasnan?
at all. Not at all.
Okay.
No combo. Yes. No.
Okay, great. So how much you guys used to get in APNE DI scrimmage?
I used to get around 76, 80, 81 like that.
Okay. How about you, Hasnan?
I scored 86, 88 in my mocks.
That's amazing. So next question is reorders was easier than APNE. How many sentences were present?
How about repeat sentence?
Yeah, reorder.
Reorders, 2 reorders were there, but that was simple. One was simple and the one was complicated. But very, very easy trick to get on reorder is that you have to pick one neutral sentence first, like then relate occurs accordingly.
Right. How many sentences were there in both of them? 4 or 5?
Four sentences.
4 sentences.
One was four and the other was five sentences.
Yeah, usually we get that kind of mixer. So how about you, Manaswini? How much?
Yes, same. 4 and 5 reorder was actually easy for me. I like doing reorder sentences because it is very nice. If they are getting bored, you can do some reorders in between as a break. And the reorder first try to find out the beginning of the four sentences. Sometimes it will be difficult. I think in Appiuni some questions were really difficult, but in real exams they were not that much difficult. And reorders, that too, you should try to understand the meaning of that sentence and what they are trying to depict. Then you can easily reorder it. Go for meaning, and then just rearrange it. That's it.
That's true. So highlighting correct words, was it easier than APNE?
Yes, for me it was very easy than Appiuni because the audio was very clear and they were not going too fast. If you take some attention, you can easily find out the wrong words.
How about you?
In Appione, I think the paragraph is too long, like in Appione mocks. But in real exam, the paragraph used to be a bit short than Appione mocks. And but you have to focus on that back-to-back words. Vivek, the only trick you have to focus on.
So how did you feel in the comparison between both of these, like APNE and real exam? How much was the difference? Like, was it equally in the difficulty level, or was it real exam easier than APNE, or was it tougher than APNE?
I think real exam is a bit easier. And stop highlighting correct word if you're talking about.
That's true. How about you, Marasini? How did you feel about exam?
Yeah, for me also real exam was easier and some of the differences. I wrote my exam on 15th, okay, this last Saturday. So some difference that I found out was for short answer questions, they were playing real video people talking. So we will not be expecting a video there. Like that time, don't if someone is going to write exam soon don't get don't get tense. They are playing a video, blank video, or sometimes you can see real persons talking to you, along with the audio. And then they'll ask you to pick MCQs or short answers like that. And another difference I felt was for my retail lecture, while the audio was playing, they displayed one image. In that image, already like summarized points about the retail lecture was there. So it was very easy for me to retell the lecture because I didn't have to listen to the full audio because I just read that if such things happen. Actually, it was very unexpected. We'll be ready with the pen and the booklet to write down the main points, but at the same time, just look at their window. What is there? So for me, it was like fully structured, very well explained in small points. They had given the retail lecture. So during the audio time, I practiced how to tell that. So I saved the time listening. Then once the audio stopped, I started speaking. So that was also easy for me because I didn't fumble that because I already had the points in front of me. So these two things I noticed in my exam. My exam was very recent. So you guys may face such questions in your exam, but don't get tense. Such things can happen. Small twists and turns they may give. So you should be ready for that also.
Right. So, like, it's really important.
Okay, one thing I observed, I faced,
Yes.
sorry,
Darsh. Please tell.
sorry, one thing I faced in my speaking section was that normally in mock test, we have only 3 describe image. So in real exam, I had my 3 describe image. Then the fourth one, I was expecting that it was a retail lecture. I tried to note down that and I was preparing myself to write down the sentences. But suddenly I came to know that it is also described image. So that was a big confusing problem. So you have to take care of it.
That's true. That's even like I had faced that same similar kind of issue. Like when I was writing my exam, it was my first time. So at that time, PT core this respond to a situation test question was being carried out for trial question. So I was mentally prepared that okay, after this describe means I might get this retail lecture. But after retail lecture also I got 2 to 3 more questions for respond to a situation. I got a little bit confused. So we have to be prepared for any kind of unexpected thing, and that is the only way with which we can get our desired scores. So one of the last question they are asking is which modules shall we skip and which are not so important according to you? What are the sections?
Like multiple choice questions and that answer short questions, all those things you can skip. I didn't even see the passage. I just chose one and I skip. Because you can spend time there, you will be losing time for your reading, writing, fill in the blanks and listening, fill in the blanks. So you will be losing your time and you will be in a hurry because the timer will be running. In real exam, there is no break in between. The timer will be running, so you will get panic and you will not be able to listen and fill in the blanks do the fill in the blanks properly. So better you can, once you saw such MCQs or answer short questions, just click one and move on. That's what I did. And it doesn't have much impact on your scores. And someone is asking in the group as well, can you please share how many minutes we should spend for each module? There is no rule like you should spend this much time for each module. It depends on your your skills. So if you're like trying to practice from today or then you just write one mock test and then you will come to know about your weak areas and strong points. So practice more on weak sections and you should not skip the strong areas. Try focusing on strong areas as well, but do hard pushing. That's what I have to tell to this. I think
That
Riksha is it.
so one more thing is that so coming to your question, Abdul Alim, the thing is that multiple choice questions, single and multiple, both can be skipped in both from reading as well as listening section. Next is highlight correct summary can be skipped and also select missing word and answer short questions. These are some of the tasks which can be ignored, whereas other important tasks has to be given more priority. Okay, so there is another question by Sundar. Sir, I am facing a problem mainly in read aloud in the speaking section and reading writing blanks in the reading. How to improve that? And my requirements is 66 in each. So, Manaswi, this question might be suitable for you to answer because your score was also 66, right? Your target.
Reading like you fill in the blanks. He's asking for read aloud.
Yes, yes. Read aloud and
Read aloud.
reading writing.
Okay, for read aloud, as I said earlier, you should practice in Apuni. You can start practicing. And there are lots of questions available there in different easy, medium, hard, all the sections. So you can practice on that. You can start with easy one, gain some confidence, then move on to medium, then practice on hard. And as I said, you should talk naturally, fluently, with no fumble, and no need to give unnecessary stress for intonation. And when there is a natural pause, commas, full stop, and and because all those things, then you can just give some small pause, but you should not give pause more than 3 seconds. And it cut down your microphone. Then for reading where the cylinder bands, I think if you have the skill, then you can practice directly. If you don't have that skill, start reading some books, maybe newspapers, listening to news, BBC News, all such things, and you can improve your English overall. Then you can practice in naturally. Otherwise, also you can start practicing, but you should have thorough English base, like about the verb forms and all. Then it will be easy for you.
That's correct. That's correct. So any more questions, guys? We still have 10 more minutes. Yeah, if you have any more questions, you can ask fastly so that we can wrap this up. Even they have to do their own work. They have given us some time to give back to the community, and it is a really a great gesture to give to support others as well after clearing exams. So I'm really happy and thankful that you have given your time um, to make me arrange this session. So let's check. Are there any questions? Let's wait for 1 or 2 more minutes, then we can wrap it up. If, no one is. So I was really happy when you got your scores, Manasam. Even a day before I have said you, right, you will definitely get your desired scores. So I was confident that since based on your mock analysis, I have understood that you have that capability and you can definitely do that.
Yeah, but actually, I relied more on this app and some YouTube channels as well as he helped me for the mock exam. Like you told me where could I practice in my weak area and all. Then my husband, he was also supportive. He had written a PTA exam and he also gave me some tips. And he was reading loud for me for helping and for read aloud. And we both were practicing together actually. So I thank everyone like who helped me as well as it was. Or then we should pray to God actually. Actually, he can do some miracle. And your exam questions, it's all like you cannot predict anything. It's like you cannot predict anything. Like sometimes the things that will be very hard for you, sometimes it will be easy in a real exam. So we should pray hard and we should work hard. Then we can appear for an exam. I hope the all of you guys will get their results scores soon. And wishing you all the best. And I really appreciate this WhatsApp group because here I can see everyone like we all are helping each other. So there is we can share, but like we are sharing our knowledge, like whatever knowledge we have, we are sharing without any hesitation. So this is actually a good initiative. And if anyone have any doubts regarding like when we practice, if they are having any doubts, you can definitely contact us, and we'll be helping you all.
Definitely. So another question is like you did not talk much about listening fill in the blanks. So here the listening fill in the blanks is depending purely on your listening skills. So you have to be very alert and your typing speed should be fast so that you don't miss the words. And you especially have to focus on your S, ES and AD forms of the verbs. Okay. If you are missing that thing, then you will lose directly 1 mark with that 1 or 2 letters. So make sure that you are listening very properly and you are writing very quickly. Okay. I would strongly not recommend if your handwriting is very slow and also your typing speed is slow, then it is really not uh, appreciated that you should not try doing that thing. You should directly try to write in the computer itself. Okay. Then coming to the next thing, Sundar has asked for say any template. So uh, Hasnan has not used any template, whereas Manaswini has used a structure of the template, but not entirely a template. So you have to basically use a structure. Any structure can work, but make sure that you are writing your own content as well based on your topic question. If your topic is talking about the benefits and uh, disadvantages and you are writing about your opinions, that means you will lose your marks. So for that also you need to have a little bit of understanding about the analyzing your question. Okay. uh, I hope I has cleared you. Yes, please. Any more questions left? Okay, I think we have answered everyone's question. So if you still have any more questions, you can ask in our WhatsApp group chat, which we usually use to describe. Okay, where we usually discuss our issues. So you can, if you have not joined that, you can join that as well. All right. So thank you for your time, guys, and I really appreciate both Hasnan and Manasini for taking time to do this on a weekday. So thank you for your time. Take care, guys. We will meet.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rahman, for your guidance and letting me achieve this targets. One thing I must share, the PT exam is just a stress-free exam. You don't have to take stress. Whenever you take stress, definitely you will make mistakes, and that's your scores will go down.
Definitely. That's correct.